Hey guys, Vishmi back with another video, and today, we got those weekly recaps of the SRL. This is the recap of the first round of playoffs, and we got a great battle ahead of us, and I am joined here with Shiny Shuriken.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, we've been like hopping back and forth from each other's channel for these recaps. If you guys missed the last ones, I got some on my channel. Shiny has some on his. It's been a long season. I'm glad that both of us were able to make it into playoffs.
With the exact same record.
Yeah, what is it?
Six and five.
6-5. Yeah, so we just got positive. Had a lot of tough losses, a lot of great wins. I keep saying this, but you did get that 6-0. That was very impressive.
Caused somebody to quit a league.
Yo, you forced him to quit the league, and I was like, oh man. But yeah,
so
we got the last power rankings. I don't think that they'll be updating them after the playoffs, because not all the teams they make it. The top 5 from each league made it out, so 4 teams did not make it. And just to talk about the movement a little bit, I moved up following a loss because the Nashville Needle Kings, I think they lost harder than me, and you moved up following a win, which is really good.
Yep. Yep. So I'll real quick say about mine. I started the season, my preseason rankings, which I'll never forget.
Let's go to those week 0 rankings right here.
I got ranked 12th. If I remember right?
Yep,
I think it was 12th.
Yep, 12th.
And yeah, so we made playoffs. We pretty much came in even on our record. We got the one extra win that we needed and made playoffs, showcased the team, ending 5th for the season. Ranked, I'm happy with it. We had some great wins. Bishmi mentioned my 6-0. I think I had 2 really big wins this season. I had the only 6-0, I think, and I was the only one to take down the top team in the league. So Those are my 2 big wins, and happy with the way the season went.
Yeah, you had a great run. And I think that's exactly where I would put you too, 5th. We have the undefeated team up there, the champion from the last season, Dendamil, and the Stark Mountain Garatinas. They're in the other league, because I believe we're in I'm not sure. It was the sword and the shield division, so we're in the sword, and those 3 and 4 are in the shield division, and they're the top 2 over there. So I think it's fitting to put you like immediately after, especially with those great wins you got.
Yeah.
And then you have me. I put in work and showed to be a very good battler, and I think being at 6 is fine. My preseason I was at 7, so I moved up once. But
there you go.
It's great movement no matter what. And I think I would say I'm glad being here, in 6, especially making it to playoffs along with Shiny. And actually our battle will be going up next, so I'll catch you guys over there. All right, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, so let's press play in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so I'm glad, like, watching yours, you could tell that you expected my lead as I expected yours, with your Galvantula and my Morpeko.
Yeah, it was great predictions for both sides on the leadoffs. You had mine 100% right. I guess yours just because of the rapid spinning.
Yeah.
But I was really happy to see that, so I could fire off a Bug Buzz and get rid of this Morpeko.
Yeah, and I put Morpeko in that 1v1 position, and you say it on your recording, like if I had Focus Sash, that would have been way better. I was kind of kicking myself like, dang, I really didn't have that.
Yeah, after it starts getting the speed boost off from the Aura Wheels, things could have been really, really bad for me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Aura Wheel KOs Galvantula, and then really the only thing I could have done is possibly bring in either my Gmax Grim or my Mimikyu to try and stop it. Otherwise, you ran through Cloyster, you would have ran through Salazzle, you would have ran through Inteleon.
Well, I mean, at that point, I think you could have just brought in Mimikyu and sneaked.
Yeah, and that's probably what I would have done.
Right. But, I mean, it would have, like, eliminated your sticky webs in which you, like, set up here, and it kind of put my whole team slower than yours.
Which they were pivotal. They were pivotal, too.
Yeah.
It was very, very important to make sure I stopped some of the shenanigans, because I brought the webs because I really, truly thought you would have brought... I thought you were going to go with the Bear Tick, but the Blossom kind of plays a similar role with the Chlorophyll. But I thought you were going to be bringing the Swift Swimmer.
This Swift Swimming Bear Tick in the hail. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but I really wanted to bring Blossom because I hadn't used it all season. And I brought in Como here to go for the Clangerous Soul because I figured you would just set up your webs, since you had a free turn to, and like you said, my Rapid Spinner was gone. So I think I just go for the Dragon Claw to try to get some damage off.
Yep, and yeah, you called it out in your video here too, saying that you were just going for the most effective move. But then as soon as I made the switch, you're like, I should have predicted that.
Yeah, because it was kind of obvious. Now, I wasn't afraid to stay in here because I had EV'd my Como to be faster than Mimikyu at +1. I was +1 on defense, and I had the Roselli Berry just for Mimikyu. So I'm like, you know what? I should live this 100% after Iron Heading. And
How'd you like this? How'd you like this tech?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just red carded me out of there, and I was like, wow. Like I thought I came prepared. Obviously not. Now imagine if you just had clicked like Woodhammer on that. Like that would have been so amazing. Huge. That would have been.
Well, yeah. As soon as I clicked it, I was like, "Oh wait, I'm not playing. I didn't want Play Rough to hit the
Como.
Como. Oh, I wanted a move to hit whatever was coming in, and I forgot about that.
Like, yo, that would have been crazy.
Red Card has quickly become one of my favorite items to give a Pokemon who can take a hit to stop people who have set up.
Yeah, and as you can see, it worked out. It worked out greatly because. Like I said, I was planning on living the Play Rough, and then I'm pretty sure Ironhead would have KO'd. I'm at +1 speed. I'm not sure who could have stopped Como there, except for this Mimikyu.
Yeah. This is another bad prediction on my part here, going for the Woodhammer, because I know you're not going to leave Gastro in. But, like, I should have just tossed off, like, a Play Rough or actually made a switch and made the prediction. Mm-hmm. And I know it too. I'm kicking myself on so many plays after watching these battles back multiple times.
Yeah, it's like yo, that switch was so obvious, So
yeah, it really was too. And as you guys all know, this is our rematch of the rematch of the rematch. Mm-hmm. And so we know what we're doing here. I know that his Weezing is max defense, and it's so hard to take down. And I know the Gastro is especially bulky, and I know who has to do what against who, and it's like I don't know, I'm not making the right plays, and I'm taking my time to try and make the right decisions. I need to go a little bit faster, of course, but and here's a similar play from our past match. Was I commonly brought in Salazzle
on Weezing.
Yeah,
and then I want to say I knew Salazzle was gonna come in and hit anybody hard except for my Gastrodon, and I was like, man, the last time Salazzle was in against Weezing, the very last time it was lights out, so I just tried to get right out of there.
Yeah, I was trying to I was wondering if you were gonna predict out my choice spec, so I was trying to actually keep it a little bit of a secret.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll just toss off these Toxics and stuff and wait and see if he could predict out if I'm specs or not.
Yeah, because even going for Toxic here, I could never tell.
Yeah, you can tell the Life Orb until much later in the battle.
Yeah, and you did a great job keeping that a secret. It was in the back of my head, like, yo, did he run this thing specs again?
It's so much damage from a spec Salazzle, so you always got to be wary of it, because even the Sludge Wave would do a lot of damage to Weezing and
Scorch coming
Scorch.
Yeah.
So, and I was in my head, I was paranoid. I was always paranoid of this Scorch with the Flash Fire. It's like, God, I don't want to hit it with a flamethrower.
Yeah, definitely not. Here I just decided to G-Max because if you kept Salazzle in, I had, fire sun boosted, I was charcoaled up, so I was confident that, I would, if not KO it, 2-hit KO it and not take that much damage, because I was kind of especially bulky this time.
Yeah. And Salazzle was way too important to this matchup, so I absolutely had to make my switch. And I know that you're gonna Gigantamax, and I know I'm sacking a Pokemon here, and so I basically just go. Grimmsnarl was my most I don't want to say useless, but he was the most expendable Pokemon that I could toss out here. So I was hoping maybe he'd live on a sliver. I was like, it's in the sun. It's a freaking Scorch. I'm gonna get rocked. And but I was hoping he'd live 1 so that I could toss off a T-Wave and really cripple this thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought you would be trying to run. I thought you'd try to run that like Inferno
set.
Again. So I wanted to get a Thunder Wave off, and that was really. I mean, Grimmsnarl could do other stuff and could be useful, but he really wasn't the most useful Pokemon on my team. He was the least important out of everything that was remaining.
Yeah, and you could tell just looking at your team, I want to say outside of that, maybe Anteleon, but the rest of your team just like puts the work in. Cloyster being able to set up, Salazzle, like we said before, just hitting everything hard. Mimikyu, the ability to hit everybody except for Weezing, and just Galvantula, would have been able to just sweep, if not for Como-O, I want to say.
Yeah, everything else was just too pivotal. So unfortunately, I gotta lose Grim there, and it was, in my thought process, it was like, all right, if I lose him, it's fine. I can gain some advantage, and I know because the webs are up, Cloyster outspeeds, and I shouldn't be taking so much time. But I just wanted to see what Rock Blast was doing to Weezing, is what I was calcing out here, and so I bring Cloyster in on the Scorch, and it's a pretty easy switch. And I had thought about the Shell Smash, but I was like, nope, I'm just going damage. I kind of wanted to get things rolling, and there's like a little bit of movement you'll see throughout my battle, and I want to call it out. Like, I take a really long time on a turn, and then I try to go really fast on the following turn. And it was just unfortunate because if I think out my turns, like a Shell Smash here would have been pretty good, yeah, but you had a way to neutralize that, of course, with Weezing.
If you smash that turn, I would have been panicking behind my computer, because I was like, yo, I'm for sure, like, he's definitely just gonna try to hit me with a rock here, because like it's been a common thing, I just let Scorch get hit. And I bring in Blossom because I figured the sun is up. I actually wasn't max speed or timid. I was modest, like enough speed to outspeed Cloyster without the webs, and that's where I kind of miscalculated. So I was kind of sacking Blossom, but if like you went for Shell Smash here or like didn't KO, I wanted to set up a Reflect for the rest of my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it's unfortunate too, because so if I had gone Shell Smash, I could easily Icicle Spear here.
Yeah.
And even if you brought in Blossom, saw the Shell Smash, immediately remove Blossom and go Weezing. I know that neutralizing gas takes away my skill link, but I think there's a part of me that probably would have tried to roll the dice with Cloyster on trying to flinch the Weezing to death.
That would have been scary.
Because I know I'm only gonna, I can still roll 5 hits.
Yeah, it's still possible,
Yeah, and at 5 hits, there is still the chance to get that, 80. I think it's like 70 something % chance of flinch or something like that, and so it's unfortunate. I just, again, these are misplays because sometimes I'm trying to move quicker. So, and then the reflect goes up, which was really surprising to me. You had me totally caught off guard with that.
Yeah, what were you thinking? Like when the when the reflect went off?
Oh, I thought I was expecting Giga Drain.
Yeah, and I mean that was a great switch into Galvantula on the Giga Drain. I mean I also had Quiver Dance, which I was thinking about clicking, but at that point, staring a Cloyster in the face, I didn't want to try to go head to head with that thing.
Yeah, and this one, I there was a slight hesitation on me to go with the energy ball here to try and predict a Gastrodon switch. But I was actually kind of worried about Coma O. I was like, I don't know if it's soundproof or if it's bulletproof.
Yeah, and that's like a big thing because like you said, after, if I was soundproof, Bug Buzz wasn't doing anything. On the other hand, if I was bulletproof, Energy Ball wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, yo, what do I switch Como into, And like I decided to go Gastrodon into Como so that Como had a safe switch in on this thing, because I figured that was the only way I could kind of deal with it.
This was a really great play here. Really, really great play. And it allows you to get in and do a couple of things and test some stuff out.
Right. And then I don't know who I thought I was, man. Honestly, I really tried to go for that read. I was like, last time he went Mimikyu on the Dragon Claw. Let's see if I could catch him off guard with the Iron Head. And, you kind of just stay in. And it's like, now what?
And I don't know if you thought like I listened to your video. It is like you didn't really say that you thought I was gonna switch again. You thought I would stay in, so it's funny that you decided to go for Clangorous Soul. And I just want to call out like it was a thought to switch, but I really there's multiple times I think both in the first match we had and this match where I'm like quote unquote kind of sacking something, and you do something different.
Yeah, and like I kind of went for the Clangorous Soul, forgetting that it was like a health thing. Like I had to have a certain amount of HP, and I was like, oh wait, I'm way too low to be going for this. And I was like, yo, did I kind of just throw? But luckily on the next turn, you miss a 90% accurate attack.
Let's just call out. I just want to call this out because I ran some looks. And literally, Galvantula had the chance to sweep the entire team if he hit that Thunder. Energy Ball cleaned up Gastrodon, Thunder cleaned up Weezing, and Bug Buzz cleaned up Bellossom, and then Thunder had a chance to KO Centiskorch and do massive damage and stuff. So it was just so disheartening to see that miss because Galvantula was literally about to put in all of the work.
Yeah, like you said, the only one that could have lived was Centiskorch, and like that would have been like, even with this chip, from the toxic, it was a low chance to live, you know what I'm saying?
And then the other piece is that Centiskorch goes down. If Centiskorch goes down, Salazzle's free.
Yeah,
so flamethrower
my whole team.
Yeah, and I can kind of play some rotation and some switching with you and do some of that stuff, but really you just got your walls left and nobody to hit me. So I think I had enough to switch around if I could have got the KO on Centiskorch, because Thunder would have done enough damage to really put it within range of Toxic or just about anything. Ice Shard from Cloyster, Shadow Sneak from Mimikyu. So just a tough match of lots of switches here.
Yeah. Especially here, with the Cloyster on the Weezing. I knew I could live. I figured you might have taken that chance to smash on me. So I just wanted to go for the Toxic and like start racking up some damage on your smash, because I was playing against Squid, and Weezing had always lived unless I got flinched. But Weezing always lived, at least one after a shell smash.
After a shell smash?
Yeah, so I was trying to go for like a sludge bomb after that. and you bring in Salazzle on the Toxic, and I'm like, well, now now what do? I just decide to sack Bellossom here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really hoping to catch either Centiskorch or Gastrodon on the switch-in, and not Bellossom, the most useless one for me to knock off. And that was where I finally revealed that I'm Life Orb.
Yeah, because I finally see that losing health, I'm like, okay, this thing is Life Orb. It's not Specs. It's not locked into anything, so I could kind of have an idea of like what type of damage I'm taking.
Yeah, one of the problems from my first matchup with you was that I kept getting locked, and it forced me to play switches when I really didn't want to, when Salazzle still had a decent outlook in front of it. So Life Orb was my ability to still try to keep on hitting you with other stuff.
Yeah, and it's definitely worked out in this match to be able to just switch up attacks. You went knockoff, Sludge Wave, and now Toxic. As opposed if you were Specs locked, it would have been a whole different game.
Yeah.
And
here with getting the Toxic off on Gastrodon, I'm super happy about that. And obviously, if you guys have watched the matches, you know that this is a timer match. It goes to timer. If the match were to continue on, that was pivotal for me for Toxic rack up.
Right. I was surprised you went for the Toxic. I definitely expected you to just switch, because it's a fire poison type on a ground type, and like if I clicked Earth Power there, like you would have been obliterated. So I was just really surprised, and it was just a great play. I definitely wanted to recover to get back some health. Being at half, I needed Gastrodon healthy for the rest of the game. And so after that, I just go for a Earth Power, because after the recover, I definitely live no matter what.
I had a little bit of a thought process of it. I was like, there's a chance he thinks that I try to go for the KO. I'm going to go for the Toxic. And if he hits me, he's still within range of me to hit him with either Cloyster or Mimikyu.
Yeah, or even Inteleon there.
Like, I can bring in this next Pokemon, try to play the switch, and get Inteleon out. That was my thought process, but he didn't hit me, and it made me do all sorts of different things.
Yeah, because like now thinking about it again, like let's say I did KO the Salazzle, I definitely would have been too low for Inteleon after the poison, and then now my special wall is down, and Inteleon kind of just kills Centiskorch and Weezing at that point.
Inteleon Oko's both Weezing and Centiskorch with Snipe Shot, and so I was super ready for that to happen. I just needed one of these walls to go down there. You guys, Bishme did a phenomenal job all season playing, especially Weezing. Weezing was probably your number one player, but just understanding how to play walls and how to move them around to try and continue trying to get momentum back in his favor, and it was hard. I tell you, it was so hard.
Yeah, because at that point when I Earth Powered your Salazzle, I figured in Mimikyu I could go Weezing, and which I want to say that was a great play, doubling into Salazzle, and I was always ready to just go pivot from Weezing back into Gastrodon to try to get some more Earth Power damage on whoever you brought in,
Yeah. Yep, I doubled to try to get something moving, to see if I could make something happen, and I know the timer was running, and here, I just want to call this out. I know this is kind of scummy. Bishme and I were talking, and Bishme, I was under the impression that with 4 Pokemon, I just automatically get the win. It's based on HP. The reason I don't make a play here is because I'm concerned that one more hit on anybody puts my HP lower than what he collectively has between Weezing, Gastrodon, and Centiskorch, who are all very, very full health and high HP.
Yeah.
Bishme has HP investment in them. I have Inteleon and Cloyster, who are my only full health ones. And so I sat on the last 30 seconds, and I'm not happy with that win. I don't like it. I feel genuinely that if we had more time, I feel like I could have played well enough to grab the actual win.
Mm-hmm.
And so, formally with Bishme here, I apologize for sitting on the timer there, but it was probably the best play for me with the timer trying to be the deciding factor, which Game Freak really, really needs to fix.
Yeah. All right, so following the match between me and Shiny, it allows him to move on to face the champion of the last season of the SRL, because this is season 2. He goes up against Blattle and the Helgen Hydreigons again.
Yep, and this will be a rematch for me as well. Blattle and I matched up in week 2. It was a very good battle. It'll be nice for me to get a rematch because there was one single play. I've done some rewatching. I've watched my battle back. I watched Bishmi's battle with Blattle back, and I've watched our recap videos of both of our plays with Blattle. And I will say that in my play with Blattle, one play cost me the entire match. I probably would have ended up 6-0ing him in week 2. Right. There was one single play where Cloyster was in on Serena, and I messed up my thought process or my memory on Cloyster's speed, thought he was base 80 against base 76 Serena. And so I thought I would outspeed and therefore couldn't shell smash, when actually I'm base 70 and I was going second against a burned Serena. If I shell smash right there, I literally 6-0 the team.
Yeah, and like things like that, it's just so pivotal. We talked about it before, but let's say if you did look at it before and you knew, like you said, that would have been the game, because Serena's speed being so close to Cloyster's, even being in that 70 range, you're like, okay, I'm probably faster, as opposed if it was like, let's say 80 or 85, you would have known you were slower. So I mean, that's just really close. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you do this time. Do you think you bring Gudra again?
I have looked closely at Gudra, and I have thought about a different set variant and move set that I'm thinking about possibly bringing. And it would be the first time that Gudra does touch a field since he played Blattle. He didn't. My benching of Gudra was not because he played poorly. It was honestly just because I couldn't get him to do enough in comparison with the other team members that I have.
Right.
They're able to do so much more. I'm not a wall player per se. My team has mostly been wall breakers with Inteleon, Cloyster, Mimikyu, all of that. So Gudra is looking interesting though, because obviously with Serena and Venusaur in there, I did force Blattle to have to adjust, and we saw him run a mixed attacking Venusaur, which was he was running Earthquake, and then he had Growth on there, which boosted both his attack and special attack. So it's kind of interesting to force somebody, which means Venusaur's not going to be hitting as hard. He does need to get that set up to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to run the same trickery that I did. This was my play against Blattle was the infamous Focus Sash Endeavor Salazzle, which neutered his Venusaur, which was probably my best play of the match. And so we'll see. We'll see what I bring. I have been thinking of some interesting sets with Gudra and that really high special bulk, and of course that Sap Sipper ability. I didn't bring Galvantula to that matchup because of the multiple options to get rid of hazards between Defog on Rotom and Rapid Spin on Serena.
Right.
So, maybe potentially bring Ninjask. I don't know.
Do you see yourself bringing Onyx to this one?
I doubt it.
You got the choice scarf for Onyx, that base 70 speed.
Yeah, Blattle, I'm gonna be bringing 6 Onyx, so prep for that, bro. Yeah. Okay, don't prep for anything else, just bring that. I don't know. Onyx is interesting.
Yeah, I wanted to at least let Blossom touch the field, and that's kind of like what I did against you. I kind of forced it to work out instead of bringing one of my other premier picks. And maybe not Onyx, because outside of its speed stat and defense, I'm not liking how it looks with that 45 base attack for a rock snake. And
it's so bad.
Hey, bro, you got the sturdy. You know, I don't know if you hit something with the rock. I don't know. I'll just throw
built-in
it out
focus dash is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, against his team, I mean, I've got options. Things look good.
Outside of...
Inteleon looks great for the likes of Terrakion, Darmanitan, Diggersby, Ninetales, Rhydon. Looks very, very good for a handful of Pokemon. Cloyster looks great. Like I said, Cloyster would have swept the team because if I would have gotten off the advantageous Shell Smash. Mimikyu helps me out a little bit. Drain Punch can hit Terrakion. Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw hits Gengar. I don't know about Darm, but Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw on Bronzong, Drain Punch on Diggersby. So it's got some options. It can also help me out quite a bit. We'll see. Quagsire, I'm going to be honest, Quagsire's been looking interesting. To ignore boosts and things, and because Gengar's definitely in there to set up and G-Max, get those Max Oozes, get that special attack boost and start going off. And Quagsire very nicely counters Gengar.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what do you think of your G-Max matchup?
It's good. I misplayed pretty hard. In the first matchup, I light screened on a play instead of just G-Maxing and burning out his time.
Right.
What I should have done definitely was because he ended up getting 2 Max Oozes off against my Grimmsnarl, which gave him a +2 and the ability to hit me really, really hard. So, I definitely should have G-Maxed, max guarded, burned out his turns, hit him with a snooze, super effective. It would have brought him down to next to nothing, if not KO'd him if he wasn't sashed. I don't know. But yeah, that was definitely a misplay because the play was 100% to G-Max snooze, and I missed that opportunity.
Get off a guard and stuff. Yeah,
because it was still a winnable match. Inteleon was still full health. That was also I lost that match multiple times. It was a very winnable match against Blattle, and I'm the one who lost that match. I mean, he played well, but I missed some key plays that it cost me the battle.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all about the adjustment. It sounds like you've been doing a lot of homework, running over your plays in that aspect. He's, like you said before, I mean, his team, although it has that Mighty Sun core, I have seen him go like other routes, especially against me. He didn't bring his Sun, but if he brings it against you like you did before, instead of running the Endeavor, Salazzle, even Choice Specs, I don't think anything likes getting hurt by that.
Nobody likes
Sun. Yeah, so like I'm not even sure who would even resist that enough. Like maybe there just be a Tarak, but like 2 of those Salazzle outspeeds anyways, so I don't even know, man. Salazzle, I want to say in these past few weeks has been amazing on your team.
Yeah, it's definitely been one of the top players. It's tied as my kill leader. I have a 3-way tie for my kill leader with Salazzle, Cloyster, and Mimikyu. All 3 of them have been doing a lot of work, picking up KOs. So, yeah, it's a great Pokemon. That speed stat at 117 is really, really important.
Yeah.
And it would KO, or not KO, it would outspeed Gengar. Gives me an opportunity to KO it with the likes of Dark Pulse, with the massive special attack stat, Modest, like you said, Choice Specs.
Yeah. And then like another option, like even I was looking at it before, like Ninjask being at 160 base speed, it would speed tie with Venusaur in the Sun, and I wasn't sure like how acrobatics was looking from a Ninjask on that Venusaur.
Yeah, I did look at that prior. In my matchup week 2, Ninjask almost did come. And it was just because he didn't handle the rest of the team very well that he ended up sitting on the bench. But Yeah, he definitely KOs Venusaur. I can protect, get a speed boost. I'm faster than anything he can do. He can't outspeed me with anything.
Right.
And I can hit everything pretty hard with either a acrobatics. I can get off some leech lives. It's
even Leech Life.
opportunities. Yeah, leech life hits hard. Acrobatics KOs, full out KOs of Venusaur.
Mm-hmm. And then, the only thing with Ninjask just being really frail, kind of hinders it. Outside of that.
Yeah, and that's really, like I said, that's what kept me from using him the first time, was because a lot of the priority hitters with Terrakion and Diggersby, especially Choice Band, huge power Diggersby.
Huge power Choice Band.
Absolutely hurts me.
Even like he has the Aquajet on Basculin.
Quick attack does about 90 to 107.
Jeez, what the?
So, I mean, I definitely go first, and acrobatics does a nice chunk at 61 to 72. But yeah, quick attack from Diggers. With a base 45 defense and a base 50 SPDF, I can't take a hit.
Sadly,
yeah.
our ninja can't do it all.
But it'll be a good match and a good rematch. I'm hopeful to get a win. I want the win. I'm hungry for this win, and I need to get this win to make sure my playoff run continues and that I take a championship, because I need to prove myself after taking this timer win.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after that match against me, you gotta take it all the way now. I'm definitely gonna be helping you prep for this, because even though we both had lost to him, it was definitely both winnable in a sense. And I would love to help the person who took me out of the playoff run win. Obviously,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Is there anything else you wanted to say about Battle's matchup against you?
No, not about that. I just want to finish up and just once again just say GG's to Bishme. First off, great season. This has been a really fun league and a really fun season, because we've gotten to collab every week on analysis videos. We've been able to battle a couple of times, both on screen and off. So great season and a great match. And again, I apologize, you guys. Some of you may not like it on the timer win, but it was literally one more hit and I lose the match. So it was literally take a switch. There was nothing I could do. That was my only option to win. Whereas if the battle were allowed to continue, absolutely, obviously, I would make that play, make a switch, and we'd continue to move. But it was literally just click a button and lose or take the win. So it was tough, and I'm sorry, Bishme. Obviously, you had a great match. It was tough. You put up a really great team for me to go up against, and it was proving to be an extremely, extremely tough team to take down.
Yeah, and then I want to say it's all right, because I want to say that if the timer wasn't in effect, you wouldn't have been put in that position to make that decision. If we had more time, if the timer wasn't counting down on the screen, you'd have had more time to think out your moves, think about who you would have went into. So I want to say it's kind of like Game Freak's fault. Can we just get 10 extra minutes at least to play these battles out? Because even at that point, I want to say the battle definitely wasn't over, and Arceus knows how the end of the battle looked like from that position.
Yeah, you guys, I know how it looks, and I know that timer losses suck. We've all been a part of them. I've had a timer loss this season, and I've had timer losses outside of draft leagues, of course, but all of the switching that we do, you might watch the battle and you say, oh my god, they're switching so much, just attack. Well, I'm sorry, but that's Pokemon. That's how we play. You're trying to gain the momentum, make sure you don't lose important Pokemon and important pieces that are going to help you win the matchup.
Right.
I don't apologize for that. I do wish I could be faster on my decisioning, but I'm thinking through so much stuff and trying to make the right decision and one that puts me in a position to win the match. So it's tough, and I hate that it happens. This is the second timer match Bishme and I have gone to. So
I just can't seem to do it against you or Arts. Like, not the winning part, but just like can't get that to finish the battle. Yeah. Yeah, we just can't seem to finish the battle. Yeah. I like going against both of you guys, along with Amungus too, and
always tough, fun matches.
Yeah, definitely. And it's been a fun season for me. All I gotta say is, you gotta take the championship now.
Absolutely, we're gonna do it. Oh, and another thing. Actually, another thing about my battle with Blattle is I really do want to win, because I actually want to go match up against Sen again in the Cerulean City Mewtwo.
If you do,
I'm the only one that was able to beat him in the regular season. We had a pretty dominating win at 4-0. And the 4-0 was actually only just because Mimikyu went down to its own life orb, so it was going to be a 5-0.
Right.
And so I'm really, really interested to battle him again and see what he can bring.
I want to see if he kind of just lets his Bisharp get smacked again.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm looking forward to seeing you go up against Sen again. But,
absolutely. Gotta take down Blattle, but we're gonna do it.
Yes, sir. Stepping up to the top. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. I did enjoy doing a lot of these recaps along with Shiny Shuriken. We'll definitely be over on his channel next week for his battle against Blattle, the recap. Head over to his channel also to watch the previous recaps and his battles. His link will be down in the description. And I like to say it's been a fun run for me. Looking forward to going into the other draft leagues with the PWD coming up and the SRL season 3. Shouts out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and on that note, let's say peace.
Thanks everybody.